Someone has been pretending they don't care, but the truth is they are emotionally attached to you in a way they don't even fully understand themselves. If you have felt someone pulling on your energy lately, this is why. They are struggling with feelings they try to hide, and now it's reaching a breaking point. Because the channel messages here are, I have been hiding my feelings for the longest of time. And this person says, I depend on you too much to let you go. I have codependency issues. So this is your energy check-in, by the way, for the 15th to the 22nd of February. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you had a wonderful day. So in summary, what I'm channeling here is that this upcoming week carries very intense emotional undercurrents around attachment, vulnerability, and unspoken dependence. Someone connected to you has been suppressing their true feelings, possibly out of fear, pride, or emotional immaturity. But internally, those feelings have never gone away. In fact, they have grown stronger over time. There is a realization happening on their side that their connection to you is not casual or replaceable. This person may recognize patterns of codependency within themselves, needing your presence, your validation, your emotional safety, and confronting the fear of losing you is triggering deep internal conflict within them. For some of you, this energy can manifest as sudden communication this week, emotional confessions, mixed signals, pulling close then withdrawing, as they probably always have, and jealousy or possessiveness surfacing. Someone struggling to detach even if circumstances require distance. So the collective lesson this week is about healthy versus unhealthy attachment, understanding where love ends and dependency begins. You may also feel energetic cords being activated, memories resurfacing. I sense someone is thinking about you heavily, emotional waves that don't fully belong to you. This is a karmic healing window and around emotional security, abandonment wounds, and relational patterns. If you want to see a full-length video, head on over to my YouTube channel. Link is in bio. Makes it an easier watch for you in one singularity, right? So ooh, it's a heavy one, Virgo, right? It is a heavy one. So, of course, we use tarot. We'll get into oracle. We'll get into the nitty-gritty of what to expect this week. But, you know, more fool them for trying to withhold their feelings for you because you had given them things on silver platter. This is what I'm hearing, right? So, oh. You taught me that passion can be holy. Wowza, this is powerful. This person doesn't just casually... you know, when you guys get intimate, or the last time you've been intimate, if you ever had been intimate, it's just like, in other cases, if you haven't been intimate with this person, it just shows that they may have rushed things before a lot to sleep with. The person they're dealing with you is different. With you, they don't want to rush. With you, they do want to take their time. But of course, the codependency issues are well, an issue here, right? I feel on both parts. You felt like you have codependency issues towards this person, and of course, vice versa. It's like there's this like toxic entanglement that cannot be broken apart. And no matter what you do, how much time has passed, how much distance there may be, whether you move on to a different person, they move on to a different person, you always gravitate back towards one another. I'm not sure I can meet your expectations. The pressure is too much for me. This is what probably tethered or broken apart the connection, the relationship, or your trust in this connection. It's simply because this person is very relaxed around responsibilities. They are very relaxed around taking culpability for their actions. I don't understand what you see me. I don't feel attractive. They do have self-esteem issues, and the problem is this is the reason why they do not take accountability, responsibility towards long-term relationships or towards you. Is because they don't love themselves, and they feel like they don't have no love to give in order to sustain a relationship. It's like they feel unworthy of having stability. This is something you are struggling with this week. This thematic is showing up once again. We are in Mercury retrogrades pre-shadow period in Pisces, and a lot of people are becoming emotionally volatile. Pisces is non-linear, meaning that the retrograde goes retrograde on February the 26th, but the pre-shadow period is also potent. You may be feeling like I'm sensing a lot of things cropping up from the past. Maybe your person is mentioning random things from the past, you know, as well. I didn't cheat. I just needed attention. Yeah, lack of confidence. self-esteem issues had led them to seek attention elsewhere, and maybe you're sick and tired of it. You have been sick and tired of it. You don't want to deal with somebody who you give your all to, and then they're seeking attention elsewhere. By this, that doesn't mean that they literally went off and slept with somebody else. This can even correlate to a friend, a work associate, a family member even. It's more like they went behind your back and they corroborated with someone maybe they shouldn't have, or they trusted the other person more than they trusted you to unload their trauma, to dump their trauma onto them. So take it as a benefit for you, because you don't need to hear their bullshit, you don't need to hear their trauma. But I understand that it would be, you know, nice to know what goes on in their emotions, their head. I wish I loved you louder when I had a chance. And don't act like you didn't know who I was when you fell for me. You loved the danger. I feel like this person had always told you, well, Virgo, you know, nothing serious can happen here. Or, well, Virgo, you know what I'm about. You know, let's say I'm hearing not one woman's man or something like this. So, you know, you've heard it all before and you're tired of hearing it again. You're setting a boundary now. But I feel like you are partly to blame for, and don't shoot the messenger, tough love here, Virgo. You are partly to blame for, because you did not relax your own boundaries. Relax. You did not restrict your own boundaries, right? You did not sit in a firm stance. And this is what happens. They are too... They feel like they can, you know, you give them an inch and then take a mile type of energy. I can't lie. You are still the first person I think of in the morning. So, you know, maybe they were expecting a morning text, or, you know, they love the routine of the communications you guys had. And I don't reach out, but I feel like I lived through your updates, your stories, your digital shadows. This person is certainly spying on you, keeping their tabs on you, whether that's through their own accounts, fake accounts, whether that's through associates, friends, gossiping, trying to find out what you've been up to, right? Trying to... well, still stay in your life as such, right? Somewhat at a distance, if you have blocked them or disallowed them to be involved in your life, be involved in the updates of your life. I don't feel guilty for how I treated you. My ego is too big to care. Yeah, that's the issue. That's the issue. And that will always be the issue. The pride, the ego, the stubbornness, the need to always be the last one to have their say. Unfair. I feel unworthy of having love in my life. I feel miserable and lost. Exactly what we just mentioned, right? Exactly what we just said is that because they don't feel worthy of love, or that they deserve a commitment, a healthy commitment, this is where they sabotage. And could be a Cancer, in particular initial C. I'm hearing CJ as well in my mind's eye. So, well... we may have met this person during Cancer season, or last spoke to them during Cancer season. Of course, everyone's situation is going to be different. So that'll be between June 21st to July 21st of whatever year that may be. Immense pain and confusion due to heartbreak. So yeah, this is now the time when this person is experiencing pain, because you're no longer available. I'm hearing that you're on do not disturb mode, right? You're on a flight mode. You had enough and you had decided that you're gonna keep your distance, whether that's emotional or physical distance. Of course, apply it how it may deem fit in your particular situation. But spying on you online, currently seeking information, which was clarified by them saying they live through your updates. They live in silence, in darkness, in shadows through your updates. Especially some of you, if you're on social media, like content creators, or you just upload a lot of, you know, keep your updates frequent and stuff like that. Toxic lifestyle choices, codependency. Maybe this person has subjected you to a lot of toxicity due to their own vices as well. This is what we're hearing. Codependent relationships are very volatile, as you know, and I feel like you have to admit to yourself that you knew it was toxic, you knew it was codependent, you knew it was volatile, but you still stayed, you still went back, you're still giving them chance after chance. And because of your, of course, it's because of your good heart. It is because of your good heart, but then where did your good heart lead you at the end of the day? Sometimes you have to be rough around the edges. Sometimes you have to put yourself first, prioritize yourself first. They are talking badly about you behind your back, disrespect. This is something that could have been literally been happening. This person used to chat shit about you to their friends, to their family, to get drunk, get high, whatever, talk rubbish about you. But they're currently intensely romanticizing about you. Number 66, they may see quadruple sixes this week. So pay attention to that. And one. So sixes and ones are important. Your birthday could be on the 6th of September, 1st of September, of course. They will come back. Reconciliation is on the cards. Initials, because this may be a twin flame connection, yes. Initials A and G. Maybe of significance T. Communication with it. See the theme of communication incoming. So let's see with the tarot, what else may you expect? If you want a private booking, the link is in bio. 2 to 3 working day turnaround time. There are emergency options available within 15-minute window, 15-hour, not 15-minute window, carried out, weekends included. Or you can donate an item off my Amazon wishlist and get a 15-minute reading in exchange. As we have to honor energy exchange, I don't expect anything for free, but if you feel like, you know, you want to donate something or contribute or give me a deck, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you've got questions, we can look into your personal situation, do a private reading. So, turtles may be of significance. And yes, there's definitely romantic communication headed your way. This is what the Page of Cups is about, right? Page of Cups is an energy of romanticism, I would say, right? There's an energy of romanticism. There's an energy of them trying to come in and trying to be the Don Juan, the Casanova, trying to be the dreamy type, the King of Wands, the Knight of Wands. I keep on mixing up my words. And I feel like maybe this week you may find yourself unable to speak your truth, or it's like you have words at the tip of your tongue and you just cannot for some reason express yourself. Again, remember Mercury retrograde is already affecting us. Mercury retrograde does result in travel disruptions, technology glitching out, technology issues, communication issues, people from the past coming back because the planet is literally moving backward. It's going backwards. You know, might be dealing with a water sign here, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio in particular. We did have the Cancerian card there, but this person could be above the age of 35, blonde hair, blue eyes, a lighter complexion. This could be someone you have a long-standing relationship with, or this person is in a commitment with somebody else, of course, because we do have this Queen of Wands energy here. Aries female in the picture, could be Leo, Sagittarius, strawberry blonde hair, green eyes, lighter complexion. Doesn't have to be, but as I always say, very prevalent within this particular Portier card by a literature referential values, right? So 10-10, 2 10s, change. 2 10s means change. There is an energy of coming together. There is an energy of you maybe acting tad impulsive, trying to get some closure, trying to get some answers. And don't be shocked when you feel betrayed and backstabbed because you're not getting the closure you need. You're not getting the answers you looked for. You're not having them break up with this particular female as well. If there's somebody else in the picture, maybe time and time again, they have been over-promising and under-delivering. Someone needs to moisturize themselves a bit more. So I do need to put cream on my hands because when I'm shuffling the cards, it's very dry. So maybe some of you do need to tend more to the hydration of your skin as well. Don't know why during this reading my hands got very dry. Maybe your hands have been very dry. You're working hard, you know, you're using cleaning chemicals, I'm hearing as well a lot, not wearing gloves. So please look after that, because the 10 of Swords can also talk about deterioration of specific condition you may be finding yourself in, right? So very random message, but hopefully it resonates with someone. Just get your bloody hand cream out, right? As I say, do not be pissed when you don't get the answers you seek. You want commitment here, but you feel like you're always the one who's taking the most amount of effort and action, and this person's rather placid. This person's sat in their feelings, they're sat in their addictive tendencies, they're sat in their vices, and it's just like you're sat there thinking, what the hell am I even doing here anymore? Or some of you are even observing at a distance because that's happened in the past, and you're like, what the hell was I thinking? Look at him watching at that armor. He is alive. He is alive. I feel like that's an empty shell of what could have been. What could have been should be left in the past. What's yet to come allow yourself to be surprised in, because you need to focus on the present moment, right? Focus on the present moment. Wow, that's a lot. Right, let's see what we got. Gemini energy. There could be conflict brewing, confrontation, competitiveness, agitation over household matters with this person if you're living together, or their living situation as well. I don't know what this may mean to you. There's like this need for a stable foundation, but you feel very destabilized within the foundation that you have built with this person. I don't know what I'm hearing. For some of you, the mother-in-law could be moving in particularly, or your mother's moving in. I don't know, maybe help out with household chores. Maybe someone's about to have a baby, having a baby, for instance, or someone is under the weather health-wise and they need help. So see how it resonates, and you never even agreed to it. So let's say your person comes in, they're like, oh, well, I'm having my mother move in with me to help us out. And you're like, well, I never really agreed to this. Like, what are you doing? It does, and this may make you feel rather backstabbed, so watch out for that. Or there are messages you may be uncovering, not even messages, just like baby mother I'm hearing, or baby father, maybe still in the picture, and they're causing ruckus, confrontation. There's nothing going on, just to clarify, nothing is going on, but out of this ending comes a new beginning. You got fellow Virgo energy here, so you might be dealing with a fellow Virgo. But the problem is, I feel like instead of needing to have the upper hand, you're asked to simply go within. You're asked to abstain from the need to prove your point, to argue, to get angry, to try to make them see the situation from your perspective, because it's really not going to happen. White and ginger cat may be of significance as well. This person may have a cat as such. You may have a cat as such. You may see one crossing your path, like a white cat with ginger patches. But that's just when I say these things, it's just so you know that this reading has found its way into your simulation, if that makes sense, right? When you walk in, you see that sort of synchronicity there. You're like, this reading's for me, right? Because it's what manifested physically into my actual surroundings. This is where we go with this. But this reading, you know, we're getting all these energies, but I'm not emotionally charged. I'm not feeling emotionally volatile, and I'm feeling this because your energy is very grounded right now. Like the things that used to affect you before, you couldn't care less. You don't give a fuck, right? You just don't. This person's not going to upset you. The third party's not going to upset you. The bloody karmic's not going to upset you. The way they behave isn't going to upset you. If you find things out, this is not going to upset you. So clap for yourself, Virgo, because you have come a long way. There has been deception. There may have been cheating. There may have been lies. There may have been your person lurking in the past and withholding certain things from the past. There are some situations that you do not have the full answer about. When it comes to their past, there is some information they're trying to withhold from you, or they don't want you to know the full picture. But I'm hearing this is more so to do with trying to abstain or avoid a judgment of sorts. They don't want you to judge them. They don't want you to think of them less than. Someone could be hiding their vices or addictions. Someone could have been a heavy drinker or a heavy, I don't know, I'm hearing cocaine addict as well. So watch out for that. Very interesting. And then we have the Lovers Gemini again here. But this speaks about a week where you may find yourself needing to make a decision, a life path altering decision. Interestingly enough, right? Because the Lovers, yes, is a card of twin flames, but some of you are just actually withdrawing from all the drama, keeping yourself to yourself, and thinking about what's next. How do I completely eradicate the chaos out of my life? Does that mean I have to fully cut this person out? Or can I ask them to cut certain individuals out in their circle to better the connection? And you do have every right to do so. You do have every right to ask this person to detach from people that are causing issues within your relationship. And if they respect that, great. And if they don't respect your boundary, that the issue lingers within that situation, right? So the Ten of Cups speaks about happiness. You are choosing happiness. There is a moment of happiness. There's a happy home There's a moment of connectedness and triumph. You're feeling liberated. You're feeling recognized and appreciated. We go from the energy of feeling on edge and feeling like, as the cliche saying goes, the wounded warrior, because you've been through wars and you came out, but the wounds haven't healed. You know, if someone stabs you, you know, time may pass, but the scar remains. But in some cases, you're turning that pain into your success. People try to destroy you. People try to bury you alive, proverbially speaking. This person, especially, people have tried to ruin you. I feel like even from childhood, even in the nearest and dearest people that were supposed to be taking care of you, they may have not. And you have become a very, very thick-skinned individual. And every issue, every obstacle, every hurdle that comes your way, you don't no longer take it personally. You just, as I say, you don't say to life, oh, why me? You say, try me. You say, try me. It's like, I don't give a fuck. Just throw the shit at me and watch me finesse it, all right? Good for you. Good for you, because you are the winner. Your happiness prevails and you care about your happiness more than anything. And if that means you have to cut them out, so be it. Because at this point, nobody raises above your own happiness. And I very much respect that, because you have ascended to such a high level of spiritual understanding, awakening, right? You don't take things seriously. You realize that people wishing you badly or speaking of you badly is just a projection of themselves. You don't take anything seriously anymore. And that's next level of liberation, right? So, but this person, whatever happens, whatever decision you decide to make, travel may be of significance soon within the next 2 months. Overseas contracts may be of significance. Also trying to manage your emotions, because one day you may feel up and one day you may feel down. By this I mean, you know, the mood, emotion wise, you know, one day you feel like you're a winner, you're finessing the situation, and the next minute you feel like, what do I do next? You know, how do I get over this pain, this heartbreak? How do I make this person see me for who I am, right? And it's just, there's always this back and forth motion taking place here. So 2 of fire, 2 of wands energies. Yeah, 2 of pentacles there as a crowning theme, and I have the 2 of wands here. 22, someone could be 22 years old, living at number 22, phone number can be ending in number 22, particularly here. I'm here in New Zealand or Australia. Someone could be going away to, or thinking about even relocating there. If that's the case, it is blessed for you. Go ahead, go book that holiday, save for the holiday. Someone you may be asking family members for support financially in regards to this transitional holiday time coming up. So go for it. Your person may be going on holiday. Twice, King of Cups twice here. So definitely problems of Scorpio energy, Pisces, Cancer. Doesn't have to be, just could be an individual who is emotional and sensitive and spiritual and poetic and creative, has depth to them, very intense energy. I feel this person has very deep gaze, chiseled jawline. I'm seeing a beauty mark or a mole on their face for some reason that's very distinct and beautiful. So it's not going to apply to everyone, but specifically to some. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, leave it behind. Leave it aside, not behind, right? Gemini energy again, messenger there, the Knight of Sword. This person switches in between someone very loving, very mature, unconditionally loving, to somebody who can't keep their mouth shut, to somebody who's very, very impulsive, very combative. And this is why you're in 2 minds this week, because you're like, who are you? According to your mood, according to the circumstances, like, who the hell even are you? And it's just like you're stuck in between a stone and a hard place, because you know they are so deep and so loving, but you can't stand. You cannot stand this immaturity, insecurity, impulsiveness, sharp tongue, like the things that they say may have really hurt you. This is that wounded warrior coming into play. Like, they hurt you so much that some things you can't even forget today after maybe months, years later, what they said to you. Because, you know, a word can cut as deep as a knife at the end of the day. Once a word is said, you cannot get it back. Once the weather is out, you can't get it back in there, right? So hostilities, yeah, I don't know what's happening, but there could be like this hostile behavior towards you from your person, so beware of that. What I am seeing, the hostility, is them trying to protect their ego. This is what I'm hearing. They're trying to protect their ego. Don't pay no mind to it. Do not pay any mind to it. Ground yourself, because abundance is coming. Abundance is coming for you, and you are being you are breeding success. This is what it's saying. You need to work on your sacral chakra, because at the moment I don't feel like you're fully enjoying your life. You're not feeling any desire for things. You will be blessed in your love life, and you will have a happy family, or innately the family is very happy. So 49, someone could be 49. This person could be 49 years old. They try to act like the mature male. Number 5 again, despair. This person tries to act mature, but whenever they need to take responsibility, they become anguished. They don't know how to handle themselves. They sabotage. They run away. They don't know how to keep things long term. They don't know how to, well, let's say the relationships or long-term friendships or marriages or taking care of children, you know. This person wants to do better. They're very knowledgeable, very well read. Maybe someone loves reading as well. Maybe they're not in a good place because they may have lost their job currently, or on the brink of losing their job, and it's just like they're seeking your support. But I feel like at this time you need to support yourself, and you can't really be there for them, and that's okay. Don't blame yourself for things. This person is constantly thinking about you, because you are the main female. If you're, obviously, if you're a Virgo female, what you are the main female, but there is the financial hurdles are really affecting this situation and also affecting their moods. The job that they work, if job loss is of no significance, then this person just works really hard and they hate every day of it, and then they lash out on you. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. So Virgo, I sincerely expect a message. So they may be getting a message from their work. Work may be taking them to court, or they taking works to court, and this may require travel. There is change as well. Maybe they be careful about some messages regarding your children. I'm hearing you may be receiving a letter from social services, so watch out for that. It could be nothing to do with you. I feel like there's a crossover or an error, but watch for that. For some reason it's coming forward. There's some concerns someone may have around children. You may be having concerns around somebody else's children and trying to contact social services, right? I'm hearing some of you could have neighbors where you may be hearing children being shouted at or abused or something and such. So very interesting. I don't know, watch out for that, but maybe that this is you. It could be that this Mercury retrograde in Pisces is bringing up this sadness within you about your own childhood, about how you've been treated, and so I'm just looking at the delivery man, and it's just like he forgot to give in the parcel to the neighbor, and he went off to somebody else to give it in. So watch out for crossover with your parcels. Parcels being lost. If your parcel has been lost, is at the neighbor's house, somewhere further down the road. So do watch out for that if you have lost the parcel. Maybe not hopefully not Port Pirates, but I don't know where that's coming up. These are just general messages for you for this week to be aware of. Keep your gates shut. Keep your house windows locks shut. Just double check everything. I feel like some of you may make a mistake of leaving the door unlocked overnight, or leaving the window not locked properly overnight, or the gate is open, the security code is not set, whatever. So be vigilant this week pretty much. Do what you have to do. Safeguard other people that may be vulnerable around you, but most importantly, look after yourself and love yourself. So thank you so much, Virgo.